Imagine transforming your backyard into a stunning, high-end garden without spending any money at all. Welcome back, and today we are exploring creative ideas that rely on skill, imagination, and natural materials. If you love beautiful outdoor spaces but hate the cost, you are in the right place. Let's dive into these inspiring zero-cost garden transformations. This technique transforms an ordinary garden edge into a crisp, professional boundary using only a spade and careful effort. By cutting a deep, angled trench between lawn and planting beds, you create a sharp shadow line that visually separates spaces. The result feels intentional and refined, giving the illusion of expensive edging materials. It is a purely manual method, relying on precision and maintenance, yet it dramatically elevates the perceived quality of the entire landscape. Discarded concrete pieces can be repurposed into striking pathway elements that resemble natural stone. By arranging irregular slabs with intentional spacing, you create a rustic yet curated walkway. The gaps can be filled with soil or sand, allowing grass or ground cover to soften the look over time. This approach not only eliminates waste but also introduces texture and character, achieving a high-end aesthetic through creative reuse and thoughtful placement. This concept uses surrounding landscapes as part of your own garden composition. By selectively pruning hedges or repositioning sightlines, you frame distant features like trees or hills as if they belong to your space. The technique expands visual depth without adding physical elements. It relies on observation and subtle intervention, making a small yard feel expansive and connected to a broader environment, all without spending anything. Flexible vines gathered from nature can be shaped into large sculptural spheres that act as artistic focal points. While still pliable, the vines are woven into hollow forms that dry into stable structures. These pieces introduce organic geometry and visual interest across open lawn areas. Their lightweight nature allows easy repositioning, and their handmade quality adds authenticity, making the garden feel curated and expressive without any financial investment. Instead of removing large, unkempt shrubs, selective pruning can redefine their structure entirely. By removing lower branches and exposing trunks, the plant takes on a tree-like form with architectural presence. This technique reveals natural lines and creates openness beneath the canopy. It transforms clutter into elegance, allowing light and air to circulate while giving the garden a more intentional and spacious appearance. Empty glass bottles can be repurposed into a decorative border by inserting them neck down into the soil. Arranged tightly together, their bases reflect light and create a rhythmic visual pattern. This edging defines garden beds clearly while adding color and texture. It is a creative recycling solution that combines sustainability with design, turning everyday waste into a visually striking landscape feature. A structured pile of branches and garden debris can serve as both a boundary and a habitat. By stacking organic material between rows of stakes, you create a dense, textured barrier. Over time, it settles into a natural-looking hedge that supports wildlife and enriches biodiversity. This method eliminates disposal needs while adding ecological value, blending function and sustainability in a visually rustic form. Fresh willow branches can be planted directly into moist soil and woven into intersecting patterns. As they root and grow, the structure becomes a living fence that evolves over time. The diamond grid design adds a decorative element while maintaining practicality. This approach merges construction with cultivation, resulting in a boundary that is both functional and dynamic, changing with the seasons. Excavated soil can be reshaped into gentle mounds that introduce elevation and flow into a flat landscape. These berms create visual movement and can define zones within the garden. Once covered with grass or ground cover, they appear natural and integrated. This technique adds dimension and depth, transforming a plain yard into a more engaging and sculptural environment without requiring additional materials. Instead of removing dried ornamental grasses, they can be braided into upright forms that maintain structure through colder seasons. The process involves gathering stalks and weaving them into vertical shapes tied at the top. These pillars add height and rhythm, turning decay into design. They provide winter interest and demonstrate how seasonal transitions can be used creatively rather than treated as decline. Moss can be cultivated into living artwork by blending it into a paste and applying it to shaded surfaces. Over time, it grows into the painted shapes, forming organic designs. This method introduces greenery to vertical planes, softening hard materials like walls or fences. It is a fusion of art and horticulture, creating evolving visuals that change subtly as the moss develops. Mature plants can be divided into multiple smaller sections, allowing one specimen to become many. When replanted in sweeping arrangements, they create the impression of abundance and cohesion. This technique emphasizes repetition and flow, key principles in high-end landscape design. It maximizes existing resources while achieving a lush, unified look that would otherwise require significant expense. A simple fire pit can be created by digging into the ground and shaping the surrounding soil into seating. Lining the pit with stones improves durability while maintaining a natural aesthetic. This design feels integrated with the landscape, offering a communal space that is both functional and visually grounded. It emphasizes experience and atmosphere over materials, creating a focal point for gathering. Collected pine cones can replace traditional mulch, forming a textured layer across planting beds. Their interlocking shapes help suppress weeds while allowing air and water to circulate. Visually, they introduce a woodland character that feels rich and layered. This approach highlights natural materials in their raw form, creating a distinctive aesthetic that differs from conventional landscaping choices. By dragging a weighted object behind a mower, grass blades can be bent in alternating directions to create patterns. These stripes reflect light differently, producing a polished, professional look. The technique relies on consistency and planning rather than equipment. It enhances the lawn's visual appeal, turning a simple surface into a dynamic design element that adds sophistication to the overall garden. Thin branches can be arranged and woven into vertical supports for climbing plants. These structures provide both function and visual interest, guiding growth while adding rustic charm. Their handmade quality contrasts with uniform manufactured supports, giving the garden a more natural and crafted feel. Over time, plants intertwine with the structure, creating a layered and evolving display. Collected stones can be embedded into soil or sand to form decorative patterns within pathways. By arranging different shapes and colors, you create intricate designs that feel timeless. This technique transforms a simple path into a focal point, blending artistry with practicality. It encourages creativity and patience, resulting in a durable surface that carries a strong visual identity. Fallen leaves can be arranged by color to form temporary patterns on the ground. These designs celebrate seasonal change and create striking visual compositions. Although short-lived, they offer a unique opportunity for artistic expression within the landscape. The process emphasizes impermanence and creativity, turning routine cleanup into a moment of beauty and reflection. Decomposed leaves can be used to form soft, dark pathways that feel natural underfoot. This material retains moisture and enriches the soil, supporting surrounding plants. The resulting path blends seamlessly into shaded areas, creating a quiet, immersive atmosphere. It demonstrates how natural cycles can be harnessed to build functional features that enhance both ecology and aesthetics. Large leaves can be used as molds for creating textured concrete forms that capture intricate vein patterns. Once hardened, these castings become durable decorative elements for the garden. They mimic natural shapes while introducing a sculptural quality. This technique combines organic inspiration with simple casting methods, producing unique pieces that add detail and craftsmanship to outdoor spaces. From simple trench edging to creative reuse of natural and recycled materials, these ideas prove that beauty in the garden does not depend on money, but on creativity and effort. Which idea inspired you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts so we can keep creating amazing spaces together.